What?
I don't know. It's just your face, Pete.
My wife does the same. She laughs every time she sees us, especially when I'm naked. But never mind.
How you doing?
Not bad, not bad, mate. Not bad. Ready, excited for this? Loads to
Yes,
do
I'm.
tonight.
I'm well excited for this. Happy Thursday. You having a good one so far?
Yes, not bad at all. Not bad at all. I've just been live with James T. Keegan talking all things Madam Web.
Amazing that film.
It's superb, mate. Oscar worthy. So yeah,
Absolute dog shit.
horrendous,
Just gonna
horrendous.
say that if you've got £17 and want to go and watch something at the cinema, go into Cubicle 5 and look at the Dr. Von Hoot sticker in the Leeds toilets, because you'll get a better entertainment and you wouldn't have wasted that much money.
Absolutely.
But yeah, check it out over at Pete's channel, because it's a great review. I haven't watched it yet because I was watching paint dry. But I have seen. I've kind of looked at the film and I thought it was pretty shit. To be fair, considering it's technically the start of Phase 5.
It's dog shit.
Yeah,
Dog shit.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, head over to your channel and have a look at that and look at you rip it apart. There you go. There we go. Look, I approve of this message.
Oh, good.
There we go.
I will see your approval. Yeah.
End of the mail. Anyway, the chat is buzzing. It is another Thursday. Welcome to the Killer Comic Show. I am Geeky Guy Comics, the Cockney with no comic knowledge. And we've got Triple G YouTube royalty. There we go. We've got Phil, who was in at 8:45 this morning. Good evening, sir. Mm-hmm. We have Batdan Dixon. Hey up, folks. Thank you very much for joining. We have the Mal himself, Dr. Von Hoot. Good evening. We have Slab Crusaders, aka James Breen, checking in. We've got Deadman. Deadman, I apologise. You was waiting on the stream yesterday. I got a telling off by this man here to cancel the stream because it was Valentine's Day and I totally forgot to cancel Thank Fockets Wednesday. So I do apologise for that. Yuko Demands Treats. Good evening, lovely killers. Thank you very much. Leon Russell. There we are. Triple G. Some guy called Triple G's fucking everywhere.
Good looking, isn't he? Good looking.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Edvic. Hello there. Woo. Wayne Deacon. Good evening, sir. And Fuzzy Dunlop. What's happening? What's happening? So, who else we got? We've got Mr. Ding Dong Bell himself. Good evening, sir. Woot woot. Right. This has been a week. Last week was a really good week for comics. So obviously, if you're in the chat and you're joining and we kind of review the comics from the week before. So we would have read the comics last week, then we would have read them again to review it. So we're a week behind, and then we try and catch up and do the reviews, spoiler free and stuff like that. But it was a good week for comics last week, and we've got a good week for comics this week as well. So it's always interesting looking at the comics that are coming out and looking for the reviews and stuff like that. But yeah, look, I've been sitting in this stream for 24 hours.
Bless him,
mate. I'm so sorry.
Bless him.
I'm sorry, not sorry. I mean, I know you're eager, but thanks very much for joining. There we are. But yes, this week's looks pretty interesting for comics. So
there's been some cracking books, and again some great comics this week. And I even though we weren't particularly impressed. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking Tropical Blast.
Nice, classy. Even though we weren't particularly kind of excited by Dear Editor, I read issue 2. Yeah, fuck me. I read it because I don't know why I read it, but if anybody in the chat's read it, let us know, because it takes, it's a detective tale, isn't it? Yeah. It's a detective story. It takes a very strange kind of detour, but yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, we did this the other week, didn't we? Where we reviewed it and we wasn't really sure on it, and then it was, do we want to read it again? And then I think we kind of totally grilled it, and then I think Alex Cormack is his best mate.
Yeah, Alex said to us, you didn't like it, did you? I think that's probably why I read it again. But put it this way, Charlie, I will not be reading issue 3.
No?
Nah, because the twist was just like, what the hell? What? Where? What? So no, nah.
Well, do you know what? I'm in a giving mood. So what we're going to do, we're going to say straight off the bat, I'm going to do a giveaway tonight, right? And all you've got to do is, my favourite word, all you've got to do is hashtag
moist
Humbubba. Humbubba. Right? So I'm going to put it in the chat so everyone knows what to spell. It's Humbaba. All you got to do is hashtag Humbubba, and then at the end of the show, we'll go into the magical world of wisdom giveaway tool StreamYard. We'll share the screen, and then we'll see who's won. Humbubba. That's all you got to say.
Humbubba.
Humbubber, that's the word of the
I like
evening. Hashtag humbubber for a cheeky
Hashtag humbubber.
All right, there we go. So yes, we might as well just get underway.
Business end.
Business end. There we go. The business end. But before we do that, we have to play a sexy little intro. Do you know what I picture with that theme tune? I picture like someone walking along with a little bag, and then they stop at a shop window, and then they see the Killer Comic Show, and they're like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
it's
that's that
like,
theme tune."
Do you know, like WandaVision? It's like set in that time without just kind of wandering along a black and white street. Yeah,
It is. Very much looking forward to it. But this is Killer Comics, February 14th, which was Valentine's Day for all you lovebirds, all you soppy bastards out there, all you lovebirds. Yesterday, not for me. I just read comics. Read comics.
Treated my wife to an evening out. It was lovely. We had a nice meal.
You went to see Madam Web.
I didn't say that with her. I saw that with my son, and he's never forgiven us. Yeah.
Oh, dearie me. But yes, Valentine's Day yesterday, and not only did we get to spend it with our beautiful loved ones, we also had some beautiful comics to pick. And up first, look at this. It's like you knew, Pete.
Look at that. Look at that sexiness, man. That's Amazing Spider-Man 43, Tyler Kirkham, Unknown Comics homage version variant. That's a stunning cover. Now, I get some jip for some of my choices and covers, but that's a good looking cover. That's a sexy cover of Spidey giving good old Black Cat a bit of a smoocheroo there. Homaging obviously that famous scene from Spider-Man where he gives good old MJ a smacker. So yeah, I just love it. I love the use of the white space behind. I think the image stands out. I just think it's a really, really cool image.
I do like that. It's just so annoying that we're never going to be able to get it unless you pay over the odds for it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Yeah.
It is a really, really nice cover though. I like Black Cat. I think this is awesome. It's a bit his web is in a bit of a promiscuous position.
I never noticed that. Dr. Von Hoots just said he's about to web all over. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm kind of like, I've literally just seen it and I'm like, wow. Jesus, he's maybe the word of tonight for the giveaway should have been Spunky Monkey. I'm not sure.
Black Cat. Look at that tight PVC. My web would be doing that as well. I think
that's exactly what he's doing. He's whipping that. There you go. He's about to web all over her face. And then Chris says, "I'm not feeling it particularly,
Chris,
Peter.
Man.
It is what it is. It's all right. Well done, but uninteresting." There we go. Like hashtag Spider Spunk. I can't not see that now. I do like it though. It's the only thing though is that we're never going to be able to get it. Well, why not? Why not? It's Thursday night. But yeah, I do like this. I think it is great.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, it is indeed. Oh, look at this one. Yeah, he's grabbing the Spider Spunk. This one. This is.
Look at those sausage fingers. Look at those sausage blue fingers. Ooh.
Jesus Christ. This is a Blue Book 1947 issue number 1. This is the 1 in 25 Christian Wald virgin variant. I don't think he's going to be a virgin after using them fingers, I tell you. Jesus Christ. What? Jeez. I don't really know what to say about this comic. I mean, you said you've read the Blue Books.
Read the first series, yeah. Cack.
I read the first couple of issues, but what I didn't like was the story at the end was totally null and void. It didn't tie into anything. Didn't tie into none of the comics and stuff like that. But I'm interested to read this. And when Andy sent me this cover, this was meant to come out last week. When he sent me this, I was like, ooh, little finger. The only other time I've seen more beautiful fingers and hands is when you do your unboxings, Pete.
Yeah.
And look at that.
I don't like this. I think this. No.
No, I'm not.
Is he an Iron Man as well? Why has he got like Iron Man's arc reactor in his chest? What's going on there?
I know. I think that's the orbit of the space. There we go. I don't really know. What's this getting at? Don't love the harsh lines on the fingers. Turn it upside down if you fancy a change at least. I think that's for the other comic. Spider Spunk. The ladies love them fingers. Yes, they do. And what is this one? This one makes me feel sorry for lasses a bit. This view isn't pleasant, poor girl. So you can smell that. All right. I rate these blue book covers. I actually bought one this week for the first time. Dr. Von Who, that's Pretended Lens Flare. Look at you using all the fancy
He's on the ball, man, Von Hook.
Jeez, he's on the ball, isn't he? So yeah, this is Blue Book issue number 1947, issue number 1 in 25 non-virgin variant cover. Right, and then I've gone for Dynamite Savage Red Sonia, the 1 in 20 Dampen Ocean virgin variant cover. Now, I'm not being funny. There actually wasn't a lot of covers out this week. I think it was pretty slim pickings.
Is that your kind of opening gambit?
No,
is to make an excuse.
And I picked the Batman. What's the freaky Batman one that we're not? It tells you the story of Gotham. The other Batman. I think it comes out.
Gargoyle.
Yeah, so there's one of them Batman covers floating around, and I see this, and I was like, "This is awesome!" Like the picture doesn't, like the detailing on this is awesome, and this just a black and white line sketch one, and I've seen this and I've gone into it, and for me, this reminds me of the Deadpool cover that he did with all the ninjas jumping around.
Oh yeah.
And I looked at it and I was like, "This is awesome." And it's a 1 in 20 virgin variant Dampen Ocean Savage Red Sonia. I've never read a Red Sonia in my life, but I would love to.
Me neither.
I'd love to. I'd really, really love to. So yes, I've gone.
I do like this one. I like the sky. To be honest, I like the colours in the sky. So
it's awesome.
It's pretty. Yeah,
it really is awesome.
Yeah.
And the black and white sketch one is pretty good as well. But what is he? What we get in here? Look, so disagree with you, dudes. Love this one. And Ward's work is general at the moment. There we go. What's up, Pete? Good evening, Ryan. I love this cover. Dr. Von Who. It's all right, but now it's special. I'd prefer this without the heads or ninjas or background. Blank. Okay, there we go. And then that's a great Gwen Stacy 1 in 25. That's my favourite book of the week. Great cover. No, not that I, because it was that good. It just totally went under the radar. So, but you know what we're going to do? We're going to get the votes live now. That's the vote live on the community. So, well, in the chat, just head over and give it away. And don't forget to hashtag humbubba. There we go. So that's the covers. You got mine. You got this fruity finger licking good one.
Reminds us of, did you ever used to watch Spoon Fingers?
Yep.
I like spoons. That reminds us a bit of that.
So we've got Spider Spunk, we've got Spoon Fingers, and we've got the 1 in 20 blank foil cover. There we go. That foil's just for you, Fuzzy. There we go. Nice. So this week we are reviewing week 6, which was last week. We have the final issue of the Cull, issue number 5, and we have Beneath the Trees When Nobody Sees. There we go.
That's good. I like that.
Why not? Issue number 3. 2 wicked comics, 2 awesome comics. Up first, we've got your favourite, Pete.
Oh, I love it. So yeah, I haven't seen that the heads variant on the other side.
So I only found this yesterday. So obviously there's 4 covers for this. There's the main cover by Patrick Hovarth, who's the writer and artist. We've got the cover B, the Riley Rossimo story book variant. We've got the 1 in 25 Riley Rossimo black and white story variant, and then we have the final order comics, Jason Sean Alexander.
Yeah. So
Take it away, Pete.
I mean, I am loving this. We've talked about it loads of times, so people should know what the story is now. It's Sylvanian families meets Dexter. Basically, the serial killer kind of cuddly animals going on. And it's a murder mystery, in essence, because the main serial killer has realised there's another killer in the little village, and it's just trying to work out who it is. This can do no wrong for me. I mean, we've just been talking, it's 5 issues long, I think. So even if it massively drops the ball in the next 2 issues, I probably don't care, because it's such a good story. It'll outweigh that, do you know what I mean? I just think it's phenomenal. This issue number 3, midway point really, and you don't get any gruesome murders or anything like that, but you do get a lovely kind of narrative story of the main character trying to work out who the murderer is, and she's got her suspicions and things like that. For me, it was just really interesting in terms of the narrative of the story, but it was just beautiful in terms of, I don't want to give too much away, but there's a death, or it's related to a death in the story. And there's just a really beautiful moment where she's explaining, how she wants a bereaved relative to still be close to her, and how she still talks to them. And it's heartbreaking, just absolutely heartbreaking. I love, it's that centre page there. I just love everything about it. And the art style, for me, is really, really working. I can't sing this book's praises enough. It's stunning. Now I've been talking a lot to a couple of other guys about this, and it's really interesting that we've got things like butchers and things, and there's pets in it and there's animals in it, and there's a theory that some of the guys have that at the end of it, it's going to turn out that they aren't animals. It's just how the killer sees the world around them, which I think would be really interesting, because it's odd that you've got pigs and things in a butcher's next door,
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah. I think it's like what Chris has Dan has said. Caught up with both of these yesterday. Really enjoyed the Cull, and Beneath the Trees is great too. Chris Bell has said somebody called this one a filler, which was Andy. Andy said it a couple of weeks ago. I totally disagree. It was a beautiful addition to the world and story. It added more depth. We didn't need another murder. We needed what we got. Great book. Fuzzy has said best book on the market, masterful piece of writing, storytelling and pace. This was my favourite issue so far. It'll get better. Superb. And then Dan has said, is it an ongoing or limited? It's 5 issues, and I think the trade paperback comes out on April the 13th. So yes, I love it. I really, and I've got to give you massive kudos for introducing me to this, because again, this IDW publishing. They don't really get shouted about other than if it's like Doctor Who and stuff like that. But this is awesome. This is a great comic.
I mean, again, it was Von Hoot who kind of put this on my attention. This is another one of those books that would have just gone totally unnoticed. I think I would never have. I would have seen the covers, and I don't think I would have picked it up. But. Yeah, I'm loving it. It's just.
I mean, these covers. I think we spoke on FOC a couple of weeks ago that if these were to come out, my parents used to have these old books that was like Frankenstein and like everything like that, and it had these patterns on it. I can't wait for the trade paperback to come out. And having a look at the trade paperback, it looks like it's going to be one of these.
Yeah.
And I'd love to get a hardback version.
Every time you put this image up, mind, I'm drawn to that cat's head one. That's really, I'm liking that. I might have to get that one.
I think that, because obviously that is where, well, we see it here. She kind of, doesn't she find it? She finds, what's her name?
So spoilers. So basically the cat's partner has died. So she's making kind of dummies, and she's got all these different heads and bodies and stuff, so that she doesn't feel alone in bed and things like that. It's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
I think it's like she's kind of like into taxidermy, isn't she?
Yeah.
Because her partner's died, and she's kind of built her husband that lays in bed and stuff. And Sam, is it Sam? Sam's the bear, isn't it?
Sam's the bear. Yeah.
Sam kind of breaks in, and she's trying to find out who's been killing, because she hasn't done these 2 kills so far, and it just totally turns it on its head. And obviously, I think something leads to the fact that someone's allergic to aftershave or perfume and stuff.
Lavender. It's lavender.
Yeah. And on the panel on the right hand side that I've picked, one of the animals is like sneezes, and Sam turns around and then it just opens up a hole. I just love the fact that Patrick Hovarth, he does the art for it, he does the story for it. It's really, really good. I think if this was bold artwork, it wouldn't work.
No.
I think because it is perfect, as you said, it's a perfect mix between Sylvanian Families and Dexter. Because you don't know, because I'm now starting to suspect that someone's going to out to kill Sam.
Yeah.
But you don't know who that is.
Yeah. I mean, I've looked at the covers for the next couple of issues, and I think the killer is going to try and trip Sam up, because there's one of the covers has got the duck from the first issue on the cover. So I think they're going to have done something to try and trip Sam up and something. There we go. Dr. Van Hoosen. I'm definitely getting Friends, the trade paperback. There we go. Perpetual. I reread this after Peter told me to wind my neck in when I said it was a filler. I did. I was wrong. Please forgive me. This one. I forgot it was Thursday, lol. Hello, pals. It's fine. Connie.
It's fine. Not a problem at all. But yeah, I really think this is for 5 issues. I'm looking forward to reading this. Massive, can't wait to be continued on this. Issue number 4 is going to be quality. I can't see how it's going to end though. I think it's something massive's got to happen.
So normally with this kind of a story, say using Stray Dogs as an example, I want a complete story. I want it to just end and that's it. because it makes a perfect story. I really read this like I'm reading a series of Dexter. I think you can end this and resolve the story and then have a volume 2 with a different scenario, the same character, Sam, but do you know what I mean? I don't want it to end after 5 issues in many ways.
And that's the thing. I think if there's some comics out there that just continue and continue and continue, whereas this one, I think it would be great if it was to end, and then a second arc starts in a couple of months or even next year.
Treat it like a good TV series. Have seasons. Do you know what I mean? You have a bespoke story with a main plot, and then it ends, and then give her a break, and then a few months' time we'll get another arc. That's
exactly it. But I mean, I've got to say, I'm loving it. I think it's great. And I think it's Fuzzy Dunlop said it's one of the best comics out there on the market.
Absolutely.
It really, really is. And I found myself like kind of reading it 2 or 3 times just to see if I could spot anything, like when you're in the butcher's or when she's kind of looking through the house of the cat and stuff like that. But yeah, it's interesting. And have you noticed, like, the animals' heads are all oversized?
Yeah.
Like every single animal's head is massively oversized, so I don't know if that's going to play into something, but it is very, very enjoyable. So yes, I absolutely love that, and I can't wait to read on. Mint. Now we go from what a total juxtapose. We've gone from that where it's very faded comic and very faded writing and artistic lines and stuff like that to the Cull issue number 5. This is the final. I jumped on this as soon as it came out and absolutely loved it. This is written by Kelly Thompson and the art is by Matteo De Luis. There's only 2 covers for this. The Tula Latte one for me, I put Tula Lotta. There we go, Tula Latte. Variant cover is absolutely amazing. She's done 5 covers for all these issues and they look great. And I do like the main covers for these because it tells each single character, shows how they're getting their powers and stuff like that. Pete, I think I kind of jumped you onto this. What did you think about it?
It's really hard. So this
that's what she said.
That's what she said. Yeah. I caught up. So I think I read 3 issues in the one sitting of this because I was behind on it. Started really strong, this story. The artwork is phenomenal. Got a little bit weird midway through and I wasn't quite sure what was happening. But then the last issue just totally threw us for a loop because all of a sudden it really does kind of go into almost Power Rangers. Everybody's got a power now. We're fighting a big kaiju. Let's all combine and get special big monster powers, which is the thing in the middle there. I'm struggling for my words because it's a weird book. I liked it. I did enjoy the read, but it's not what I expected. It didn't. It's so character driven and emotional about the teen angst and all the rest of it. I kind of wasn't expecting this all of a sudden to switch to kaiju fighting.
Yeah,
let's all our powers combine, form a big monster thing.
Yeah,
that came left field. I thought it ended with a good twist. I liked that. I didn't see that coming. It's certainly piqued my interest. Love the writing, and I will continue to read it in the next arc or whatever if they do another one. But it's not what I thought it was, if that makes sense.
No, do you know what? Like when I first started reading this, I was like, oh, okay. I think I've read a few of Kelly Thompson's books, and I've been like interested by them. I think she did she's done like a Spider Woman or one of other stories and stuff. And I was like, okay, fair enough. And when I was reading it, it was like I was reading like a cinematic script, like the way that it was done and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, fair enough. So the main arc of this premise of the story is kind of like this girl's brother's gone missing.
Yeah.
And he's apparently gone through this like portal and he's ended up somewhere, and she's getting all her mates together. They're trying to film something and they go into this portal with this other world and they kind of get all mixed up and stuff. Issues 1 to 3 was really enjoyable. Issue 4 was kind of like, okay, they've been thrown back. We're understanding what's happened now. And then it kind of just turns this beautiful little furry character they kind of learn that is learning all about them as they go. And then shit just got dark.
Yeah.
And it became like a real misfit cross between X-Men and Power Rangers.
Yeah.
And it was all of a sudden they're finding out what powers they've got. They instantly know how to use these powers. They instantly know how to get rid of their powers and hide them from their parents and loved ones. It was really, really weird. I strangely really enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed this end issue. And as you said, the ending, I was like, well, there's definitely going to be a second arc, because it's kind of like the way they've gone, we're on the wrong universe. I thought they defeated the main monster, the kaiju, far too easy. It reminded me, when I was looking at the video, it reminded me of Cloverfield.
Yeah.
You know, like when they're running, it's like, oh my God, we're getting like, I think this issue for me felt a bit rushed. It kind of felt like it could have been an 8-issue comic.
Yeah. I don't know that it needed the powers and the kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? I probably would have been happy with them coming back, finding out that creatures have come to their universe, and then having the twist at the end, rather than them all getting superpowers feel out of place in this book all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think if the main character, if we got him on the left-hand side, where she becomes like a Storm-esque type of character. Yeah, I don't know. I think if she had just been given the powers, and that was kind of it, and all her friends are like, "Wow, hold on," so the key was with you all along. It just felt like it was rushed. It just felt like she was trying to get everything into this last issue for it to end how it did, and then lead on. I think there's definitely so many examples and paraphrases to Cloverfield in this comic.
But like I say, I did enjoy it.
Same here.
I would read more. You know?
If this was like a free part on Netflix or something, I'd watch it.
Oh yeah.
And it was enjoyable, and the artwork is stunning. The artwork is amazing. I can't quite put my finger on how I feel about this. Obviously, with Beneath the Trees, you know what the story's about. You know how you feel about it. You know everything's meant to be as it is. Obviously, I say that like Sylvian and families ain't real, but do you know what I mean? It's kind of like, I'm not sure if I want more from this comic or I'm done with it.
Yeah. It just felt quite jarring. I mean, using the example of the Storm-esque character there, she didn't even have powers. And then as they're all fighting, she ate something and all of a sudden became mega powerful, didn't she? I don't know.
Popeye does that, though.
He does. He does. Yeah,
so, do you know what I mean? But Dan said the same thing. As much as I like to agree, they was a bit shy at how they immediately knew how to use and hide their powers. Yeah, it seemed like it took 3 issues for them to find out where they were, and then it took like an issue and a half for them to realise that they're superhumans, metahumans. They know how to use all these powers. They know they can go back and save their loved ones, and then they find out they're in the wrong universe. Yeah, I don't know. It was enjoyable. I'm not quite sure how I feel about it, but I do want to read on now, because if you haven't read this and you do get to the end, I've got a spoiler panel on the right hand side. But I don't know. I enjoyed it, strangely enough, but I'm not. I don't know. I'm blabbing now. I'm blabbing. There we go. Dead Man has said so many books I haven't read because of late ones in the order, thrown out of place in space by now. There we go. A bit like the ending in this comic. You don't know where you are until you read it, and then you're kind of a bit confused. So yeah, I mean, overall it was fantastic. Totally opposite of Beneath the Trees.
Yeah, very different.
But there's that. But then that was the 2 comics. But then we did this last week, right? We was lucky enough. Simon Kudranski was sent us a preview a week before this comic came out. This was Black Commandment issue number. Is it 4? It was 4, wasn't it?
4.
Was it
yeah,
4?
4
It was 4. It was. It was 4-part miniseries. He's done 4 fantastic covers. My favourite has to be cover C, Underworld. Fantastic.
Yeah, I like that one. I like that one as well. It's very cool.
It was fantastic. But we couldn't give away spoilers last week because this book only came out yesterday. So we're just going to go hell for leather because this comic is absolutely fantastic. We've picked some sensational pages that if you haven't read it and you are going to read it and you don't want to be let down with the spoilers, I would suggest you put us on mute, or you just go away and make a cup of coffee or give your wife a foot massage. I don't know. Do what you've got to do for 2 minutes, because
Humbaba. Give your wife some humbaba. Yeah.
There we go. Humbaba. Well, they'll be back in about a minute and a half, so we better carry this on. So obviously this is by Image Comics. One man. The one man to end all men is Simon Kudranski. This guy is so talented. He writes amazingly. He draws amazingly. He creates amazing comics, and this is no different. This is Black Commandment issue number 4, the final series in the run Pete, you can kind of go and tell us what you thought about this now, because I've picked
Well,
some fantastic.
yeah, I mean, we've talked about this before. This is just a friggin' amazing book. Absolutely love it. The art style is beautiful. I love the use of colours in this. Those example pages there are just great. The action at the end was mint. You know, vampire versus vampire. But for me, the way Simon writes, it's so emotional as well. The stuff about him and his son, and I love the narrative of this world. I love the background to it. Spoilers, as we've said. Obviously, the father kind of dispatches the main bad guy at the end, but also ends up dying himself. So the son's left to fend for himself, which I think is great. I just love everything about this book. I love the mythology of it. Now, I said last week that I wanted more, and I think Von Hoots just said similar in the comments there. I did message Simon, and I said what I want now is I want a prequel, because I want to know how the main character in this became a vampire and his backstory. Because they talk a lot, don't they, about him being one of the biggest, baddest vampires. I want to know what that's all about. And I said I also want a sequel in which the young lad is kind of fending for himself, learning about, because in theory all the other vampires are going to come after him now, aren't they? And hunt him down. So I said I wanted a sequel and a prequel, and Simon responded and he said, yep, that's what I've got in plan. So I thought, oh, get in. So yeah, we are getting more from this universe, which I am ecstatic about, because I love it.
Cannot wait. Like these, obviously, last week we mentioned last week, it's really hard to review a comic, right, when you can't give away spoilers, because even not planning to, like, I looked at the pages that we chose last week, and now reading the comic, it gave away spoilers. So now I'm full on. We've given away spoilers and stuff like that, but the artwork, how we can switch it up to go from like a sketch to a full-on fight to like a photographic with the image coming in and out of focus and stuff like we chose last week. I think I have to say that for the last year and a half, Simon Kudrunski has been my favourite artist.
Absolutely, I agree.
Honestly, I think he's been sensational. And right, yes.
He's multi-talented, isn't he?
I think at the end of the show we did last year, we said, I think me, you, Tom, we all chose Simon as our, I think it was our writer of the year and stuff. And you can see why. Like, he must have so much fun, especially that panel on the right hand side. Imagine how much fun he would have had to do that.
Oh yeah.
There's so much going on in them panels, and every single panel is telling a different part of the fight. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's just stunning. A great story, great overall read. I'm loving it.
I mean, look at this. Look at this. Like, this is just telling how close he is to getting this spike through it, and then you kind of just see the spike go through. Yeah. Awesome. And then look at that absolute gorgeousness.
I mean, I'd love some artwork from this guy, a little commission or something. I mean, he's a digital artist, isn't he?
Yeah.
But you know, I think he's breathtaking.
And was it Dr. Von Hooter said, okay, cool, if he's got a plan, then let's go. What else? His artwork is stunning, and the composition of storytelling rivals Daniel Warren Johnson at times. I would have to agree with that 100%. He's so engaging, and so basically makes you want more. He's a modern master. Now, for me, this is where it gets interesting. Yeah. Because his son's just become a vampire.
Yeah.
Right? But
is his son a vampire at this point then?
Well, this is what I'm trying to work out, because he bit his dad. He drew blood from his dad. He had the blood transfusion. He turned into a vampire and stuff like that. And he woke up, remember, and he was like, I'm hungry. I want to eat. So he ended up eating. He bit his dad's arm and stuff like that. So he's tasted the blood. But what I'm confused about, and I kind of need some clarification, so I don't know if you or your vampire experts in the chat would be able to confirm to this. How comes he can stand in the sunlight?
So I don't think he's a vampire, Charlie. I think there was a narrative, wasn't there? That's why the dad killed himself. Because there's a narrative throughout the book saying that if you kill the kind of your master vampire, all the other vampires who've been sired by him become human. So technically, that's what makes it even more bittersweet, isn't it? Because his dad created him. So his dad killed himself to let him be a human. Which is why I think all the other vampires will come after him, you know?
Yes. But then, yeah. Oh, well done. Because I couldn't get my little head around that. I was like, how is he I don't know how he's doing it. But then you're going back. When Ezra's talking, he says, Vlad is saying, well, if you kill me, then basically the bloodline ends, and everyone goes back and Jesus, look at that. Look, there we go. Look,
man, it's good, man.
Fucking Cockney dickhead here. I know his dad dies because he's no longer a vampire. There we go. Look, his dad saved him. But overall, I think this comic's sensational.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely agree. One of my favourite books of the year, without doubt. Without doubt.
I mean, I would, 100%. I can't wait for this to come out as a trade paperback. I really hope that Simon's done some extra sketches that when you kind of turn over, you can kind of see him in, like all these artists do that.
Yeah, well, what I always say as well, for this kind of book, I want it as an oversized book. Do you know what I mean? I want a hardback, oversized book, so you can just drink in the artwork. Same with something epic. I want to be able to, for my old eyes, I want to be able to see everything because there's so much detail, you know?
But something epic is coming back, and I can't wait for that. So when we think we've had enough of Simon, he's back. It's a real shame he doesn't do traditional art, so we could hunt pages of his art. There we go.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be awesome. That would be awesome. So yeah, we've had 3 fantastic comics. We had Black Armament, we had Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, and we had the Cull. Let us know what you thought with them comics, and we're sorry if we gave away some spoilers. So Dan, if you're there, come back. You can come back. You can put us on mute.
Yeah.
You can come back.
Come back, Dan.
Come back, Dan. Come back. There we go. Right. Moving on. Now we've got a little Slab Crusaders monthly comic box. Probably one of the most confused monthly comic boxes out there in the universe. But we're going to completely simplify it for you. I hope. I'm trying. James, if you're in the chat and you can fill in some of the void with the questions that the chat might have. So this is a monthly comic box from Slab Crusaders where we kind of buy our comics and our CGCs and stuff. And there's no better place on the market. Times you get 6 new comics picked by the comic community. That's us and you guys. There we go. Get the paracetamol time. Yes, because this is going to be a headache. So up first, we have 1 per stores ratio added to some lucky boxes. There we go. So it is $19.99 stacked or $23.99 shipped. This is how it's going to work. There's going to be 6 comics per box. So Slab Crusaders, James over at Slab Crusaders, he will have 1 comic that is picked by him. The second comic will be picked by his Facebook community group over on Slab Crusaders /Facebook. Comic number 3 will be picked by the Killer Comics crew, so myself, Peter, and Tom. And then comic 4 will be picked by the YouTube community vote over on our YouTube channel community tab. And then comic 5 will be picked by Mr. YouTube Royalty Triple G himself. And then comic number 6 will be picked by Peter's community vote on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Am I right in thinking it?
Yeah, we do it on the Saturday show.
Perfect. So so you get 6 comics there. So the comics of choice this time round are Nightwing issue number 113. This is issue number 300. This was picked by James. We've gone with Darth Maul Black, White, and Red issue number 1, and then Peter has gone for the David Bowie-esque.
Yeah, Jim Henson's Labyrinth Archive edition. So this is an older book. It's got a sexy new cover, which you can select if you want that. I don't know about you, Charlie, but Labyrinth is one of those books that I absolutely love. Amazing film. So yeah, saw this and I thought, yeah, that's a nice old school book to have.
I've got a bit of a useless and pointless information.
Oh, go for it.
David Bowie went to my secondary school.
Really?
Yes, yeah, he did.
You're right, both useless and pointless.
10 seconds of your life you lot will never get back.
Did you meet him?
No.
That's what it is. Okay.
Yeah. But never getting that back again. Just thought I'd let you soak that in. I do like that Nightwing issue though. I do like that Nightwing.
Yeah.
That's quality. That is good. And I love a bit of Darth Maul as well. So they're the 3 comics. Then you can pick what cover you want. So you can cover A, Bruno Redondo. You've got cover B by Dan Mora. Cover C by Jamal Campbell. You have the cover D, which is the Sergio Kuna. And you have the cover E, which is the Jim Lee Artist Spotlight variants.
What a strange cover that cover is.
Yeah.
It's odd, isn't it?
Not really sure what's happening there. Anyway, and then you can pick the 4 covers for the Darth Maul one. We've got cover A by Alex Malev, cover B, which is the Ben Harvey, which I quite like. We've got the Frank Miller variant, and then we have the movie variant. They are coming soon. They look the same to me.
Yeah, I don't like the shield on the Maul. No, Frank Miller, if Frank Miller's work is anything like his recent work, that's going to be an interesting won't it?
Yes, very much so, but hey ho. Then you can also, there's only two for you. There's
Yeah, just the two. It's a cover B, which had jumped out to us. That's
the Miguel
the
Mercado
yeah.
one.
The cover B is really nice. I like that a lot.
Love that. Yeah, really, really do like that. And then you can, for the community vote live, it is now over on Facebook. You've got the Edge of the Spider-Verse issue number 3. We've got the Akogan Brutalizer issue number 1, and we have Pooh vs Bambi.
Never heard of that.
Nor have I, but I'm all over that.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not? So there we go. So that's the community vote over on Facebook. You've got ours, which is live. This is going to be. It went live at 9:30. We've got Master of the Universe Revolution issue number 1 TV show. Absolutely loving that. Like anyone who's slating it, do one. We've got Something Epic issue number 9. Look at this Howard the Duck variant cover, and we have Blow Away. That everyone for Valentine's Day was happening. Issue number 1 yesterday. So that is the community vote, and then we have yours, which will be going live on Saturday.
Yeah, so we've got Blood Hunt issue number 1, and I've gone for the appropriate audiences version. So this is coming out in 2 different versions, your standard and a explicit red band kind of version, which is going to have blood in it. This is the Marvel Universe versus vampires, so really interested in that. It's a Marvel event, so but we'll give it a go. Uncanny Valley number 1, really interesting. I get Something Epic vibes from it.
Yeah.
But it's another one where there's a young kid interacting with kind of Disney-esque characters, so that looks really cool. And then Avengers Twilight, I'm loving that series. I can't sing that one's praises enough. That's a really cool book.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Avengers Twilight. Is absolutely awesome, and it's been, I think, again, like as you mentioned, it would have passed me by if I hadn't picked it up because of you.
Yeah.
So what made you actually go? I mean, we know that you like Marvel anyway, but I mean,
I like Marvel comics anyway, and I'm a sucker for what if style stories where I think I'm of the age now where I'm a bit bored with reading your regular comics where a character like Spider-Man in reality is never going to get bumped off. Do you know what I mean? So there's no real risk to it. Whereas with some of these what if type things and future stories, nobody's safe. Like the Injustice universe. I love Injustice. DC versus vampires, that kind of stuff where people can bite the bullet. Deceased is very cool. That kind of stuff.
I haven't even watched season 2 of What If yet.
I wouldn't rush. There's a couple of decent episodes, but it's not that good.
I watched the first episode and was like, not really feeling it.
Yeah, I didn't feel season 2 as much as I felt season 1. I have to say.
So, but I mean, these are the votes. These are the votes. It's going to be good. And then that is a comic book built by you for you. So yes, that should be interesting. So make sure you head over to all of our sites. There we go. Blood. What has James said? Blood Hunt's got a lovely negative space.
It has. It's the original Blade, isn't it? And he's kind of his green costume.
Yep. There we go. Roger Rabbit meets Something Epic. Reeled me in 100% for that. What are we saying? Got this Uncanny Valley ordered. Dee the Duck, Power of the Babe. The Miller cover will be fire on street corners. There we go. For Blood Hunt, if it wins, people will be able to choose between both versions, all covers. Blood Hunt got a lovely negative space version. Just watch the final episodes, Charlie. There we go. And it takes a bit of time to get going, but I'd say about halfway through What If season 2 gets really good. Okay, I will give it a go. But here we are. Killer Indie Picks, February 21st. This is where we pick our indie picks from the indie publishers. From
the indie books, yeah. Right, indie picks from the indie books for indie comics and indie publishers. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So why not? So up first, we've got Animal Pound. Okay. I'm not sure what I spelt there. I had a dyslexic stroke moment there when I've gone Animilla Pound, written by Tom King. Art by Peter Gross. Now, this is the groundbreaking graphic story. Events continues as the animals find themselves faced with a new challenge, freedom. With food supplies dwindling, the animals must decide quickly how best to organise their governing society and make decisions as a group or risk losing everything. Eisner Award winner Tom King and New York bestseller Peter Gross continue their collaboration on a series that critics are already calling a classic in the making. Have you read issue number 1?
So, maybe, I mean... maybe I was just not in the right frame of mind or mood when I read it or whatever. But I was quite bored with issue 1. I think I gave up halfway through. But like I say, at the point when I was reading that, I think I had a lot going on. So
Yeah.
I think I might leave this one a bit like I did with Stray Dogs until it's out in trade paperback and read the complete story. I'll probably pick it up in that format.
See, I really, really liked it because I think because of Stray Dogs and everything like that, it was kind of like I had to kind of read it. And yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I think I'm definitely. I'd give it a go, Pete. I'd probably wait until like 4 or 5. I think there's like, how many issues are there? I think there's at the moment there's 3 issues. So I think it's only a small little.
Is it based on Animal Farm or something? The famous book.
I'm not too sure. It's definitely not based on the film.
Yeah. I haven't seen that one.
No, you don't want to. It's, I think that's different. That's a different. That brings a different word to Animal Pound.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that's issue number 2. So I think this was Andy's pick a few weeks ago. This is the 6 Fingers. Now this, I'm just going to find out what this. What is this? The 6 Fingers. I just had it up there. No, I didn't have it. The 6 Fingers. Right. So there we go. I'm trying to find this. Can't find it anywhere. The 6 Fingers. Right. So this. I mean, this was interesting when Andy mentioned it. Neo-Nirvana archaeologist student Jonas Vale has always been so very in control of his life, but when he commits a brutal murder using the MO of a historic and notorious serial killer, everything begins to spiral out of control, primarily as Joanne doesn't remember doing it. What follows is a deadly cat and mouse game as Joanne seeks refuge in the rain-soaked streets of Neo-Nirvana. He will stop at nothing to unravel the secrets and ciphers of what he did and why he did it, but each revelation only leads further into the dark heart of his future metropolis and Joanne's own heartbroken soul. That sounds freaky as hell. I'm definitely looking forward to reading it.
Sounds
interesting. 100%. What is Dr. Von Hoot saying? He said, I heard Animal Pound was really long-winded. Really enjoyed issue 1 of this. Others seemed to pan it out. What else? Edvig, I read this in black and white first and didn't really enjoy it, but then got colour and liked it more. I enjoyed it. Wasn't expecting to. Leon Russell, maybe the dyslexia is catching. I saw Aminella Pound and my brain read it as Amelia Bond.
And I mean, you just read it out as Anna Miller Pound, didn't you?
Jesus Christ. Sorry, the Ashcan did nothing for me, but really enjoyed issue number 1. This doesn't out for me. Animal Pound is based on Animal Farm.
I thought it was. Yeah, I thought it was.
There we go. So thank you very much, Deadman. So yes, this is, what is this one? This is the 6 Fingers. Then we have Zorro. Zorro, Man of the Dead, issue number 2. This is from Massive Publishing, which is obviously Whatnot. This is written and art by Sean Murphy. Now, this tells the story of Don Quixote meets Narcos in Sean Gordon Murphy's Zorro, Man of the Dead. In this modern reimagining, the writer-artist behind DC Comics' Batman White Knight delivers a fresh take on the legendary swashbuckling hero. Zorro has returned. Well, kind of. Diego has shown the spirit of Zorro that flows through him has left a trail of ne'er-do-wells in his wake. But now Rosa must try to save her brother who believes he is the protector of La Vega. As Araujo will certainly be hunting for the legendary Zorro by now, but Diego isn't going anywhere without Bandito. Hop in Rosa's El Camino and prepare for the next swashbuckling chapter in Sean Murphy's electric story of the Man in Black.
I haven't seen or read anything about Zorro since the movie 20 years ago with Antonio Banderas. So that's interesting. I wouldn't mind. Yeah, I probably wouldn't mind.
I mean,
Dad's asking you to say it again.
What's he asking me to say again? What is it? Say Zorro. I can't say it. Zorro. All right.
That sounded proper Cockney Zorro. Zorro, innit?
Zorro's on the case. There we go. But yeah, I'm looking forward to read like this. I think when he was doing what was the comic where they was all jumping through different panels and saving the comics and stuff like that? It was a Sean Gordon Murphy one.
Was that Plot Holes?
Yes, Plot Holes. When he was doing Plot Holes, he was doing the art on this on Instagram and stuff. And I was kind of interested in then. And again, some of these pieces go for absolutely ridiculous money.
yeah.
Ridiculous money.
I'm interested in that, mind. Zorro, I haven't thought about Zorro for years. So yeah, I wouldn't mind watching that.
So yeah, but I'm looking forward to this. And apparently I pronounced it wrong as well. Quinocte is pronounced Quixote. Quixote. I'm a Cockney. So sometimes I struggle to understand myself.
Did you see Massive is Whatnot Publishing, is it?
Yes.
Oh.
So they're trying to distance. I think Andy mentioned that they're trying to distance the auction side of things with the comic publishing. So it's now Massive. Right. Okay. Cool. So yes, that's issue number 2. Then we've got Cemetery Kids Don't Die, written by Zach Thompson, art by Daniel Irizarry. This is, oh Jesus, this is a big synopsis. I'm not going to read all of it. Experiencing exhilarating, terrifying adventure from critically acclaimed writer Zach Thompson and blockbuster artist Dan Irizarry. The 21st century sucks hard, but it's made somewhat tolerable by the latest and greatest media innovations. Enter the Dreamwave, the first gaming console played entirely while you sleep. The obsession of millions around the globe. It's also the one point of solace for 4 friends known as the Cemetery Kids, who spend their nights roaming the endless maps of the most brutal horror game ever created, as they seek to dethrone the king of sleep, the Dreamwave's biggest, baddest, and most mysterious boss. That sounds right up my alley.
Yeah, I like the sound.
Honestly, literally cannot wait to read that. And it's Omnipress as well, which is a proper indie.
Yeah.
Massively indie. Do you reckon you'd like to read that, Pete?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it sounds cool. So yeah, that's the one I'll go for.
100%. I think. Oh, and here, look, Dan has just said, "Dead man, I'm. So am I, Charlie, from South London. South London,
innit?
South London. Right.
Oh,
what we got next? Roman Ritual. There we go. Right, Pete. We've been speaking about this comic for a while. And it's been on the radar. And it's finally here.
Oh, look at that.
Roman Ritual. Yeah. This is taken from The Nun, isn't it? This is taken from The Nun.
This might be cack. It's just, for me, it's the cover. That as soon as I see that, do you know how Tom used to always say, if he sees a cover and it pulls him in to pick it up? That's exactly what this is for me. This is a cover by. I'm expecting to get, the devil that wears my face kind of vibes from it. It's set in the Vatican, I believe. So yeah, I think it looks good.
It says, this is introducing Scout Europe. The new subby print focuses on European creators and formatting new ongoing series. A murderer of the Cardinal is shaking the Vatican, but the murder is so cruel and vicious that it goes far beyond any crime or conspiracy that has ever taken place in the Vatican. And that is saying something. Self-exiled priest John Brennan is recalled to Rome as the church's most daring exorcist. His mission is to confront the evil spreading within the walls of the Vatican itself. For me, I'm all over that, but it sounds like the latest film, the Pope's Exorcist.
Pope's Exorcist. I didn't see that one, but yeah.
Oh, it's a good film.
Is that the one with Russell Crowe?
Yeah, really like that. Really like that. So I'm definitely all over this. I can only just imagine. I think for me, the interior art has to be as grainy as hell.
Yeah.
And to kind of draw you in from this.
Looks good. I'm definitely picking this one up.
Yeah, 100%. Leon Russell. If ever there's another war and they need one of those unbreakable Navo code talkers, we'd be screwed. We would be screwed. We really would. We would be screwed. I wouldn't know what I was doing. Would not know what I was doing. So with that said, Pete, this was your pick, wasn't
it? Yeah, this is just mental. This is from Mad Cave. This is Skeeter's number 3. I read issue 1 and 2 of this, and do you know when you just read a comic that you haven't got the... Do you know... He's not here, so I can say it. Do you know how Andy likes the kind of the cerebral kind of comics where you've got to think and work shit out and intelligent comics? This is the exact opposite of that. This is, we've been experimenting in a lab and now there's like mutant monster things killing people and sticking spiky noses through people's bodies. And I'm there for it. Do you know what I mean? I can sit with a coffee and just read it and not have to think. It's just fun. It's very much kind of pulp horror, science fiction kind of stuff. Basically, as I said, something's in a lab, something's getting loose in the lab. It's now infesting animals and they become these kind of mutated, bloody monster things. But it's funny as well. There's a great kind of narrative of these two guys who are, one's a stoner, and it's just fun. I'm enjoying it. It's an easy read. So yeah, it's
I
good
haven't
stuff.
read it. I think I'm going to just pick it
good
up and
fun,
give it a
mate.
read.
Yeah,
There we go,
good fun.
Leon Russell. If ever, oh no, we've read that one. What is it? Pope's Exorcist is good until it isn't. The third act is pretty strange. Yeah, and I think that's the problem with all these horror films. You kind of get to it and you think you know exactly how it's going to end. You know exactly how it's going to end. Enjoyed issue number 1. Yet to read 2 of Skeeters. I'm definitely going to read this. Definitely looking to pick this up. Ryan has said really enjoyed though. Mad Cave are bringing out some fun stuff at the moment. They really are. I think we featured about 5 or 6 comics on over the last couple of weeks that have been from Mad Cave. Ed Vick, look, like books that are really a bit silly monster type things. Enjoyed All Eight Eyes.
Oh, I loved All Eight Eyes.
Wicked.
Yeah,
That was awesome. It's such a great comic. And some of their covers was awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. So,
Ooh, I like this as well.
yes, this is from Keen Spot. This is the Crying Boy issue number 1. So, in a shocking new horror series, Nadia and her son Samir have moved to Queens, New York to restart their lives after the violent death of her husband. In their new apartment, they discover an old painting of a sad, innocent-looking boy. Nadia is reluctant to keep the modelling canvas, but relents when her son seems to bond with it. The grief-torn family have no idea that within the canvas hides a demon from hell, surviving for millennia by feeding on the souls of children. Thrown into the world of supernatural, Nadia must overcome her depression and grief and save her son from all of evil.
Look at that cover, man. That cover is just
brilliant. Awesome. And I'm just looking on League of Comic Book Geeks, and there's some sensational covers. Do you know there's one cover that must be a direct relation to the Babadook?
Oh, I love that. Love the movie.
Which is an awesome film. So we spoke about this ages ago. For me, it seems like this should have come out last year.
Yeah. It certainly feels like it's taken a good while.
Yes, 100%. But again, this is Keen Spot.
Getting a lot of good horror kind of comics at the moment, mind. I'm enjoying that because I like those.
Yep. And then up last, we have Humbaba. This was meant to come out last week. It got put back. And this is obviously the hashtag of the day. This for me, right? For those of you that weren't in the chat last week, you get the privilege of me reading it out again. Deep in the bayou of Louisiana, our hero Phil, spelled F-I-L, after being manipulated by sinister forces, must redeem himself after inadvertently unleashing an unspeakable and dangerous mutant creature in an enchanted wildlife refuge. It's mayhem in the bayou with mutants, spirits, cyborgs, ghosts and ghouls, and it all mixes to create a gumbo of horror, comedy and science bloody fiction. Please, this looks insane. I'm all over this.
Where are you going to get it? Who's buying Blood Moon comic books to put on the shelf?
I am. I'm going to reach out to Ricky Sykes and be like,
reach out to Ricky.
I can't. Like, Humbaba, come on. Look, and I mentioned this last week. They've put the S at the front of not, snot for youngsters. It's stuff like that gets my little brain ticking. Love that. I'm a simple folk.
I love it. I mean, I have to say, has Ricky done the cover artwork? Because the cover artwork's very cool. I like it.
Yeah, I think he has. I just think he's awesome. I love it. Humbaba. What a name for a comic.
Humbaba.
Humbaba. There we go.
I'll read it.
Yes. If aliens land on Wimbledon Common and NASA can't find an interpreter, get Charlie down to sort them out. Right out. Boy, what treacle. I think these aliens would have one look at me and think, fuck that, he's going to be probing us. Won't be the other way round. My little magic finger. There we go. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it, you alien bastards. There. Humbaba. That's it. Love that. There we go. That's that. Yeah. And where are we at with the... Jesus, that hour went fast, didn't it? What have we got now? So, let's go over. So, Pete, the winner of the poll. Where's it gone? Right, so in third place is Andy with 18% with his spoon fingers. In second position, it's my 1 in 20 Dampen Ocean blank foil variant cover. And with 45% of the vote, it is Spider Spunk.
Spider Spunk for the win. Finally on the wall with Spunk. I've spunked on the wall. Get in.
First time for everything, Pete.
Not really. No, I've done it many a time.
In your 47 years, there's a first time for everything, mate. There we go. Yeah, well done, sir. Well done. And your winning cover was obviously, let's go back and...
Dead man's ordered Humbaba.
See what I mean? See,
Influencer, Charlie, you're an influencer.
influencer. This is the winning cover, and if you've just joined, this is what we call Spider Spunk. That is it. And where are we now? Yeah, so you're on the wall, Pete. You and your Spider Spunk are on the wall, and
Tremendous.
he's just ordered humbubber. God knows why, lol. Because you're silly. I'm sorry. If it's absolute, if it's shit, let me know and I'll send you the money. All right, that's fine. Just I'll PayPal it to you. It's not a problem at all. Another victim. Look, another victim. Jesus, I'm not fucking Fred West, mate. Will presumably be sold out by then. There we go.
He draws them to order. He draws it to order, doesn't he? So you know.
I bought 10 of them. That's the 100th comic on my subs. Must be barking mad. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Yeah. Well done, Pete. You lot look. Wow.
Wow.
Wayne, I used to like you, mate.
Wow.
I did. I used to like you. I really did. But I will. That's all right. Is what now or ages ago? I'm kind of confused. But anyway, well done, Pete. You're on the board. And now it's time for the Killer Comic Show sneak peek for next week. We haven't got one comic. We haven't got 2, 3, or 4. We've got 5 comics because next week is going to be an absolute banger. We've got Transformers issue number 5, which seems like it's taken ages to come out. I feel like I've seen this cover for months. Yeah. I think because we've done it on the FOC show and then it's been highlighted now and now again. Yeah. So we've got that to come out. We've got issue number 1 of If You Find This, I'm Already Dead, which looks interesting. It's going to be an oversized comic. We've got James Tynion, The Deviant, issue number 4. Is it issue number 4, I believe?
4, I think, yeah.
4, and then we've got Kill Your Darlings, issue number 6. So this is the second issue in the second arc. And then we have Our Bones Dust. 5 awesome comics. Awesome comics.
Yeah.
Awesome comics. What have we got? Ed Vick has said, oh, you've got to do that at least 3 times of these, surely. And then Chillmonger, thank you very much. Who will get rock bottomed this month? Not sure. And then we've got I Hate the Transformers cover, and the 1 in 25 is just as bad. Transformers 5, Deviant 4 both came out on Wednesday. Yes, they did. They came out this week. They did. So yeah,
so did
why not?
So did If You Find This.
Yeah,
and
I think we just went for some awesome comics this week. Yeah. We kind of just mixed it up. So why not? So that's that. And then you can kind of find myself over on Instagram, Geeky Guy Comics, and then Twitter at Geeky Guy Comics. You can find the man, YouTube Royalty. Where can they find you, Peter?
Everywhere. Over on Instagram, YouTube, X. That other one that the kids do. What's that one? Snapchat, not Snapchat. Is it Snapchat?
To TikTok.
TikTok thing. TikTok. Yeah.
And then you can find Perpetual Comics at sunning yourself in Spain somewhere with a pint of iron brew. That's perpetual.comics, and you can find them at Twitter as well. And then you can find us over on the Killer Comic Show at Instagram, and then Killer Comic Show over on Twitter, Twat, X, and stuff like that. Great show tonight, lads. Thank you very much. Grinder, that's the one you're on, Pete.
Is that the one?
Grinder, that's the one. So what we're going to do now, we're going to head over, we're going to share the screen, we're going to go over to the giveaway tool. There we go.
Hashtag Humbubba.
It was hashtag Humbubba, and we're going to draw it back and we're going to flick it all over the wall, and we're going to find out who won. There we go. Who won?
Good luck, everyone.
Who won? Who won?
Mrs. Von Hoot.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Right.
Hoot in the house.
If Mrs. Von Hoot is still in the chat, I've got a selection here of comics. If you would like me to show you what you're going to get, I'm happy to do that. If not, I'll just pack them up and send them to the same address as Dr. Von Hoot a couple of weeks ago. What would you like me to do? DVH, if you want to answer, let me know. If not, I will just pack them up.
Show the books. Show the books. Show the books.
Well, I'm gonna give it 5 seconds, and if I don't get an answer, then they're just going to be packed up and they're going to be sent out. So we just sit here in silence for 5 seconds. Just.
I mean, as we sit, my eyes.
Have you got any pickups?
My eyes are just attracted to your dangly thing. I mean, I can't take my eyes off your dangly thing.
Oh, she's replying. She's replying. There we go.
She's replying. Oh, it's exciting. Oh, it's exciting. Come on, Mrs. Von Hoot. Come on.
She's replying.
Thank
you very much.
Oh,
that's all right.
Okay.
No, come on. Do you want me to show the books, or do you want to keep them? What should we do, Pete? Should we show the books? Oh, no, that was from Dan.
Show.
Oh, she said she did say show the books. There we go.
Oh, she
the
showed the books. She
Right,
said show
okay.
the books.
So we've got, this is from my personal collection. I got it signed last year. This is
Nice.
Hovarth, and this is signed by Zoe Thorogood. So there we go.
Cool.
So that's a nice one.
That's a good one.
Have, what else have we got? We've got the first issue of Made in Korea.
Very cool.
Issue number 1. We have Nebula, issue number 1.
Nice.
We have a Silver Surfer variant cover.
Oh man, I love that one. That's very cool.
Kicking ass there.
Nice.
And then we have, I think this is I want to say, I'm not sure who this is, but this is a variant cover of Batgirl 32. Is it Batgirl 32?
Well, Charlie.
Batgirl 32.
Oh,
Yeah,
some
Batgirl
good
32.
books there.
There we go. Derek, I think this is Derek Chow.
No, it's Batgirl, mate. It's Batgirl.
Yeah, it's Batgirl, definitely Batgirl. And then we've also got a Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman. Very nice.
Wonder Woman as well. And then also, I'm going to throw in this ash can that I got from Thought Bubble last year. So it's the Somna, and then you can kind of flick it over and it's gone. So there we go. That'll be in a post to you tomorrow. Cool. So enjoy your books, and thank you very much for joining in.
Very nice. Very nice.
Have you got any pickups, Peter?
I have a few, Charlie. So I got these from Whatnot. I am obsessed with Whatnot. It's becoming a problem. But I got these from Whatnot. So this is a very, very sexy, sexy variant cover for Amazing Spider-Man number 14. This is a Rico variant. First appearance of Hallows Eve. So I'm a big fan of that.
Nice. Yeah, that looks great.
Fuzzy sent us a tremendous AOK of this as well a while ago, of this issue, different cover. But yeah, love that cover. I got this just because I like the look of it. This is a Venom Thor mashup.
That looks wicked.
Yeah, quite like that. That's quite a nice one.
Yeah.
I got this. Don't know why. This is Spider's Shadow. What If?
Nice.
Again, I just like the cover of that. And I got another version of that.
That's wicked.
Yeah. And then these ones I really liked. These are interconnecting covers by Philippe. Oh, let's say that name right. Massafera,
yeah.
Massafera. It's too
Felipe Massafera. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Oh, Spider Spunk.
So yeah, I quite like those covers. I think they're very nice.
They're nice. They are nice.
I got one other thing, which is pure nostalgia fueled cheese. All of this I'll be doing videos on, by the way, as well, so you'll see them twice. So sorry, but this is pure nostalgia. I do collect comic books that I remember reading as a kid, UK versions, and I'm a bit obsessive about getting the free gifts with them as well. So I got the Real Ghostbusters issue number 1, and you get the free badge, still sellotaped to the front.
Oh, nice.
So I really, really like that. That's a sexy
book. Nice. I like that. I do like that. Yeah, the show seems so much shorter when Peter's not doing his 725 pickups.
Andy.
Andy. Yeah. I'm literally just talking to James from Slab Crusaders because I think we're gonna do something right now. What was the comic? Right. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna go back over to the StreamYard giveaway tool. Right. Yeah. Let's do this. StreamYard giveaway tool. Right. And we're gonna do another giveaway. That's what we're gonna do.
Why the hell not?
Right. Why not? So what we're gonna do is. Right, if anyone's still in the chat, all you've got to do now is hashtag Thundercats within the next 2 minutes. Hashtag Thundercats within the next 2 minutes, and you will be in the chance of winning the 1 in 60 Jay Lee and June Chung foil variant cover for Thundercats issue number 1. Okay, right. So hashtag Thundercats. And you will win. I'm going to see if I can get up this comic now.
I'm entering that, right?
Yes, you can enter it. There you go. I'm going to enter it as well. Right, here we go. There we go. Hashtag Thundercats. Right, let's see if I can
because I'm sure the cover for that is stunning, and it's a one.
It's incredible. It's incredible.
It's lush.
And I'm going to see if I can find it. Where is it?
The comic.
It's a very much shame about the comic. I'm just going to see if I can find it. No.
Has James not got an image you can send?
There he has. He's picked it, right. So I know where to find it now. Right, there we go. There we go. Right. So this is the cover that you will be winning. That potentially you actually will be winning. So let's just go to present, share screen. And where is it? Is that one? So this is the cover that you will be winning. Right, this is the 1 in 60. This is awesome. Right, so I think, has that been enough time, do you reckon now, Pete? Do you reckon that's been enough time? Have we got enough? Right, so actually I'm going to give it 30 seconds. Okay, you've got 30 seconds to get your votes in, and then I will share the screen. We've had 10 votes so far. I'll share the screen, and then the winner will win the 1 in 60 Thundercats 1 Jay Lee and Jun Chung foil variants. There we go. What is the chat saying at the moment? So back then, hope you're all submitting books to James for the Warren Johnson signing CGC announced yesterday. I think there has been a few. Thought about it, but I've already got 2 signed DWJ books. Would like to say it's a strong 9.8 contender as well. Oh, there we go. I didn't think it was as bad as people made out, but I never read them as a youngster. It wasn't awful. Right, I think that is it. The voting is now stopped. What we're gonna do, we're gonna present share screen. We're gonna go over to the giveaway tool. We've got Thundercats. We've had 10 entries. Good luck to every single person, and here we go.
Mrs. Von Hoot. Tremendous. Oh, see if she posts. Oh no, it's coming from James. That's amazing.
It's coming from James. Absolutely sensational.
Now remember, just to be clear, that's for Mrs. Von Hoot, not
Yes.
Dr. Von Hoot. He's not allowed it. It's for Mrs. Von Hoot, yeah?
Right, that is it. There's literally, Miss Von Hoot, there is absolutely no luck left for you. There's no luck left. You've got no good luck left. Right, that's it. You've had absolutely hoot, absolutely awesome. There we go. Look, ha ha, awesome, hoot, fix. She's calling it a fix, and she's just won herself. There we go. Look, Mr. Von Hoot, like he's chuckling to himself like a kid at Christmas. Like buses. There we go. All with the one stamp and ha ha ha. There we go. So yeah, you've had a fantastic
Congratulations.
night. Yeah. Congratulations, and massive shout out to James for doing that giveaway. It's a 1 in 60. They don't come around very often. So yes, and exactly, it doesn't matter because they're all going to the spiral dimension.
Absolutely.
At one time or another, we're all going to the spiral dimension, so we might as well just jump on the bandwagon and do it now. Guys, people in the chat, Peter, it's been another fantastic show. Thank you very much for joining. Make sure you head over to Peter's channel and look at all the fantastic content he's got. Head over to Slab Crusaders to make sure you get your FOCs in, you get your orders in and stuff like that, and your boxes, your community tab boxes and stuff like that. Because I'm being pretty biased, but I don't think there's any comic shops out there supplying and doing what James does on a regular with the fantastic comics that he gets out and stuff like that. So make sure you head over, and if you are submitting anything for the Daniel Warren Johnson signing, get it in ASAP to James and he will sort you out. I think the prices went live yesterday, so good money for that. And yes, have a fantastic week. Enjoy the comics that you're reading. Hopefully you have a good weekend. Congratulations, Mrs. Von Hoot. You've smashed the ball out of the park with them two wins tonight. So yeah, Pete, what have you got coming up this weekend?
Tomorrow night over on my channel, I've got myself and Efren looking at the comics that are being released in April. So we'll talk through our favourite comics that are coming out that month. Saturday, I've got Saturday Night Live, so the usual kind of news and stuff. And then on Monday, I've got me, Efren and James T. Keegan doing the Ask Us Anything show. So you can put in any questions you want to talk about.
Lovely.
Lots going on.
Boom, and we will be back at 8 o'clock on Wednesday for the Thank Fock It's Wednesday show. We took a week off this week, but things happen.
Yeah,
there we go. We will be back. But yes, have a fantastic week, and we shall see you on the other side. See you later, guys. Have a good weekend.
Bye.
See you later.